nobody would listen to us. And Pete and Nige burst in, and Pete said, that was fantastic. He said, one of the best gigs you've ever done. And John said, but they all left. And Pete looked at him puzzled and said, no, he said, everybody was jiving. He said, those central aisles, he said, everyone was up dancing.
John was almost myopic and couldn't really see the audience, and so he used to pick a spot in the middle distance and just look at that spot and go like that. And
he used to get him into a lot of trouble because
some people might say, well, the first place the Beatles played and became famous was on the Cabin Club, but you've got to be honest and say no, they played on Casbah first. The Beatles were very irreverent really, and I like to look back now and think that they were the first punk group.
A few times we got warned, a couple of the weeks on work.
He sort of created the Beatles sound. He played the drums so loud to cover up for the sort of turned down bass sound of Stewart.
And it was sort of a bit of an affectation that he was playing with his back to the audience and with sunglasses on. And it was largely so that he could see the strings and play. I don't think this went down terribly well with Paul, who wanted professional bass players.
Everyone was jealous of Stu. They'll be quite right back.
The first time I saw the Beatles was on the Little Town Hall. They'd just come back from Hamburg after being there for about 6 months perhaps, and they exploded onto the stage.
Suddenly they had stage presence, they had a show.
It was a black door in the street and a bouncer leaned against the door, Paddy, and you went down one flight of stone stairs into this cellar.
To these little vaulted rooms where people stood like sheep in a cattle train,
Getting your gear down to the cattle when it's packed. So it was hard, but we were young and we enjoyed it.
Health and safety wouldn't have even allowed people to go into it nowadays.
Hot, sweaty, smelly, there was water running down the walls. At least we hope it was water.
There's clouds of smoke mingling with the perspiration on the wall.
And smelt. To death.
Couldn't deny that you'd been to the cavern because you'd have a smell on your clothes. And it was a unique smell. I know some people say it was because of urine and things like that.
everyone.
But it was blended in with, because there was a fruit market opposite. So, you had the smell of orange. And I'm sure if I could bottle it, I could make a fortune.
But of course it was the showplace for a lot of Liverpool bands, and the atmosphere in there when it was packed was electric.
Everybody was standing in the same few square yards right in front of the stage, just looking up at them.
If you ever look at any of the old photos, it wasn't the best of equipment. Apart from the drum kit, that was great.
They only had 2 microphones, so George would be on this side of the mic and Paul on the other side of the mic, sharing the microphone, not because they thought that was a clever thing to do. They couldn't afford another microphone.
When you talk to people who went to the cavern, Frida Kelly, for instance, she said how it was great because you could talk to them and shout at them and shout out requests,
Yeah. In between Sunderland and Doncaster.
When the Beatles started performing their own songs, like One After 909, in live situations, no other groups had written their own songs.
They'd do a Chuck Berry thing or whatever, and then suddenly say, we're going to do one of our own now. People were sort of, oh well, to do it.
It was something different, something new.
I got shivers down my spine when I heard them singing on the radio, and I thought, this is ridiculous. I've seen these guys playing so many times, and now they're on the wireless.
I could see that something was going to happen.